Game Day Nation, what it do? You already know who it is. It's your boy, Wally Pitt. And I don't know if you thought we was going to make you wait till Monday for a fast break. Nah, you can kill all that noise. It's quarterfinal Thursday here at the CIAA Tournament. I'm with my man, 50 grand, the Game Day Godfather, SJG, Steve Corleone, whatever you want to call him. Steve, let's get right into it. The first matchup of the day, it was the CI Ladies, as you have so eloquently coined it, Bowie State versus Elizabeth City State. It was really the biggest upset of the day. Steve, break down what happened between the Lady Bulldogs and the Lady Vikings.
Yeah, so DMV versus the 252. Early on, Elizabeth City State really came out packing a punch. They put it to Bowie State, who had just played the day before. And so, you know, Elizabeth City State is in that tough CIAA North where, you know, you hear about your Virginia Unions, you hear about your Bowie States, even your Lincolns. You don't really hear about Elizabeth City that much. But these young girls came in confident, they came in ready. And, you know, in the press conference, they were like, you know, yeah, they belong here.
The experience was awesome. He always talks to us about the lights and how things change, when different players change, but for those who were made for this type of atmosphere, it actually ignites something in them, and that's what it did for us. We were very confident of who we are, regardless of what the record stated, and so we don't really have anything else to talk about except that we belong here.
Let's keep it pushing. On to the second game of the afternoon, Johnson C. Smith versus Lincoln. That one got out of hand early. Smith brought it back, but then Lincoln really just took it over. Break that down for me, Steve.
Yeah, man, it was a matchup between the team that had the closest ride to the arena, probably about 10 minutes based on traffic, and then the people who had to come from a long way in Lincoln. And Lincoln, again, is one of those teams where you hear about Virginia Union, you hear about Bowie State. You don't really hear about Lincoln too much. They picked up an upset over Morgan State earlier this year, Division I team, and they're a talented squad, and they showed that on tonight. They were just shooting lights out, and they put the lights out of the hometown team in Johnson C. Smith, so there was some sad faces for the Golden Bulls. There'd be a little bit more later, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, and their SID told me in the press room that they hit 14 threes, which means that he said that was a school record. And you know, Sharika McNeil hit 14 of them things yesterday.
By
so
herself.
Put that into perspective, just that little stat alone.
Right.
So on to the men. We don't got a cool song for it. It's just the brothers. Virginia Union versus Smith. I was really looking forward to seeing Union. You've checked out Union this year. Talk a little bit about how that game went down.
Yeah, I got a chance to see them on the stream this year, but got a chance to see them in person at first. And, man, I think they were a little bit ticked off that they didn't make your HBCU slams first, because you pulled your camera out, and, my God, I mean, it was like they just unleashed a whole season's worth of jams on us at one time. Wasn't as free-flowing in the game, but Will Jenkins, he's the Defensive Player of the Year in the CIAA. I talked about him a lot. We became fans of him last year in the CIAA tournament, and he got his grown man on today. He had 16 in the first half and really carried them, but, man, we would be remiss if we didn't talk about my man Roderick Rock Ross. I mean, the man damn near dropped 40 points. He had 39. Really single-handedly almost kept JCSU in the game. But they just, it was a case of a good player having a great night against a really good team having a solid night. And Terrell Leach, former WSSU star, been out of the game for a while. He came up big for them tonight.
Yeah, man. Will Jenkins, he's like the unquestioned leader. You see him out there. He's like calling the shots, telling people what to do. Virginia Union let me into their locker room, and he was still kind of coaching and leading people and getting them ready for the next games that they have to play.
Hey, we just stay into it, though. Way to not let up.
First of all, that was a good win, man. A lot of fight, man. I saw it look so good. It looks like I ain't want to go home, man.
Hell no, man.
And that's what we're going to need, man. That's what we're going to need. Man. But we got to be locked in for 40 minutes, man. Got to be locked in for 40 minutes. We had a bag. We came out of the locker room. I don't know what was said. We came out of the locker room too flat. And we spotted them 8 to 10 points.
Because we was too hyped, and that's why I told y'all to stop playing. We was all laughing, leaving out the locker room second half. Bro, you got to stay mellow down here.
Yeah, because like, we got too much. We got too much to overcome. We got to be locked in defensively. That's who we are. When we defend, we hard to beat. And down the stretch, y'all got stops when we needed to. Got rebounds when we needed to. We made plays on the offensive end.
Yeah, I mean, I heard him after the game talking about, hey, we still got 2 more games to go. He's done this before. Last year, he was a sophomore, kind of a youngster, and now he's really grown into that leader role, and I've been looking forward to seeing him all year. He did not disappoint. I mean, he was doing everything, grabbing loose balls, blocking shots, stare downs. I mean, he was just giving everybody the gas face. Like, if his mom was out there across from him, he would have probably, like, backed her, backed her down.
Without
it was just
question.
that type of thing, so.
Yeah, and then the final game of the night, which started out a little slow, turned out to be really exciting. Livingstone versus Bowie, a team, Livingstone, that we've both seen a lot. Bowie, we haven't gotten to catch a lot. You got to catch Bowie in the boat round earlier. Talk a little bit about how this one played out.
Yeah, Bowie State, a very athletic team. They got they don't really have one guy who is like their go-to guy. You know, in the past they've had Ahmad Wilson. They've had some other guys who have really been their one go-to guy. Cameron Hayes was kind of the guy in this tournament and for the season. But even he, had to share the wealth around. And they have a lot of athletes, but Livingstone does too, man. They got those Elmore twins, which we know about. They got Roger Ray. His record speaks for itself and the things that he's done. But, I mean, the unquestioned star of the game was my man, Durante Big Slice McNeil. Now, this guy, he's a post guy. He's not the tallest guy, but he's just sturdy and girthy. And he's from the DMV, and he represented on the DMV's team from the CIAA. He had 12 points, I believe, but a really big game for him. Really some clutch baskets, and then Roger Ray brought it home. The Elmore twins did what they did. They defended, they rebounded, they jumped into the rafters, and so, man, it was a fun game. It's the kind of the game that I was hoping for to see against the two of them.
Yeah, and I think if you look up girthy in the dictionary, my man gonna be there like, man,
He's
it was
a grown
just
man. He's a grown man.
It was exciting. I want to quote Chris Rock with Livingstone be dunking. Like Livingstone, oh my goodness, just alley-oops. And it's really the backdoor alley-oop for Livingstone, as exciting as it is for us to watch, it's really a strategic piece, because that back door, once they get a couple of those alley-oops, it really opens up lanes for Roger Ray and for McNeil to really kind of do their thing in the ISO and the one-on-one. Livingstone, moving on, we got 2 North versus South matchups. Yeah. I'm excited. The game, I ain't gonna lie to you, VUU versus Shaw is gonna be must-see TV.
Yeah.
Don't watch it. Come to the Spectrum Center.
If you haven't been to a game this year and you're in Charlotte, if you're in North Carolina or South Carolina, you need to treat yourself, because this has been a great tournament through the first 4 days for sure. Union, Shaw. I mean, we already know Amir Hinton is going to bring out the pro scouts. They're going to be pro scouts here, if you didn't know. And then they're going to get to see some more guys besides Amir Hinton, because there's Terrell Leach and Will Jenkins. So.
Yeah, and this one's going to be like the Rockefeller Rough Rider beef from the 90s. Like, you really, like, it's almost scary what might happen if this one pops off. I'm just being honest. I mean, these are 2 tough teams, rugged teams. They're going to come at each other. Will Jenkins, he not going to back down from getting in anybody's face. My man Dillard, he not going to back down from getting in anybody's face. My man from Chicago, Randolph, he not going to back down. So, I mean, Union Shaw, I mean, your boy is going to be sitting here. I'm going to be drooling for that game. And on the other side of the men's bracket, we got Livingstone, Virginia State, which is going to be a real good chess match.
Yeah, I think for sure. Both teams have athletes. They kind of use them in different ways. Virginia Union, very methodical in what they do. They've got Ciante Melvin. They've got a couple guys like that. They're kind of like Bowie in that they don't necessarily have one go-to guy, but they got a lot of tall and lean guys, but tall and beefy guys. And so Livingstone, a little bit, not maybe as hefty, some of them, but, they have the athleticism that really shines through. So it's going to be interesting to see who dictates the pace. If it's going to be if Livingstone can break away like they want to, or Virginia State's going to slow them down and make it a grind me down in the paint game. So I think it's going to be fun either way. But I think we're set up for a great night of action, as well as we get to see Sharika McNeil back here again.
You cut me off. I stole your tagline. I was going to ask you to drop a CI Ladies for us, because you just been breaking us off with the R&B. Come on with it. We need it one time, Steve.
CI Ladies.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a mixtape where he just says "CI Ladies" over and over again. But yeah, Sharika McNeil.
It's a go-go song. That's
the go-go version. Oh, DMV, y'all aren't ready for that.
Ladies. Okay, go ahead. I got it from Sexy Ladies, but go ahead.
Yeah. It's CIAA weekend. You never know what's gonna happen. But yeah, Sharika McNeil. I'm excited to see her. I'm excited to see the rest of Union. I think, you know, she set the bar pretty high because when I interviewed her after her 59-point game, she straight up told me to my face without blinking, I'm going to try to break the record. I tied it. I'm going to try to break it next time.
It's an honor to even get 59 today. I'm going to stay humble and do it and, you know, try to break it next time. Because the record was 59. I was close to one, but, you know, next time I'll try to break it.
Yeah, so we got Virginia Union taking on Lincoln. That's a CIAA North matchup. So that's going to be fun. These two teams know each other the third time they've come up against them. So that's going to be fun. And then we got North Carolina against North Carolina. We got the 9-1-0 Fayetteville State, the top seed in the South, versus you know, ECSU, the CI Cinderella for right now. Yeah. From the 252. So it's going to be really fun. I think we're in for a fun night of basketball. It's 2 more nights to go, man. I mean, hopefully things can just continue to progress as they've been. Today was another example of just great, close games, competitive, and it's been a great place.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, I don't really think you can deny the quality of basketball going on. You've been here since Monday. There's been close games the whole time. I showed up just in time for Sharika McNeil to blow my mind. So, quarterfinal Thursday, it's a wrap. It's in the books. We about to head into the final four. It's the CIAA Tournament, Fastbreak, quarterfinal Thursday edition. Thanks for sticking with us. Wally Pitt, SJG, you know where we're going to be all weekend long. Come holler at your boys in the Spectrum Center.